Oh, hi. Well, welcome to another video. There's a strange person in the studio here today. His name is Daniel. Daniel, we do something together.
Yeah.
Which is a weird way to set that up.
We have a podcast together.
We do have a podcast.
How many podcasts do you have now?
I have two, with a third one happening fairly
okay.
soon, and a fourth one I want to have done by the end of the year.
Okay.
Because I hate time.
So we've been friends for how many years?
Too long. But no, what is it? 5, 6 years? Something like that?
We became friends through a mutual friend named Justin.
Yes.
And we would do these movie nights where Justin's a pastor and we would watch the typical guy night movies.
Yeah, like Terrence Malick films.
Yeah, or the Before trilogy.
That's
stuff
right.
that we do.
We just totally bro out. Watch those movies.
Yeah, watch those movies. But it was great because it gave us this avenue to discuss how these movies impact us. And because Kyle's a pastor, just naturally religion came
Justin
up.
is a pastor.
Justin is a pastor.
I am not a pastor. Very far from it.
Yeah.
I actually burst into flames when I walk into a church.
We just love the discussions about our worldview because I'm a Christian. Our listeners know that you're not.
Right.
But we really enjoy these discussions as to why, like delving into how different things in culture or in our lives affect how we view the world because of those different.
That's right. I mean, this is going to be just a very long sales pitch to go and listen to Assumptions, our podcast that we do together, because the second season launches this Monday. So now that I've done that pitch, I guess my question to you, Daniel, that's how you say your name. Why do you think we have been able to remain friends even though our worldviews are so vastly opposed? Dead silence is great for video.
I think it's because we appreciate the other person. And I mean that in the sense of, like, I enjoy your opinions, and I enjoy your sense of humor, and I enjoy the work that you do. Mm-hmm. And so there's something about this sense that we don't just see ourselves through the lens of that worldview. Oh, Kyle is the atheist, and Daniel is the Christian. It's Kyle Marshall and Daniel Melville Jones, and we know each other for that. We appreciate that about each other, and we know that our worldview is very much a part of that. And so it's really hard to separate the two.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think that at some point you can get less syllables in your name?
We used to work together, and so we saw each other a lot. And just because our lives intersected, we were in the same space, we do stuff together a fair bit more than we do now. Right. How do you think that's affected just our conversations, or has it affected it?
Feels more like a business transaction that's happening occasionally, because like we have to get these 3 things done, instead of like, let's just hang out for a bit and like just talk about different things. So I think it's definitely changed a little bit. What I think is great, though, is that we can still have those conversations.
It's true. Yeah, there's a reason to have them.
That's right. Yeah. It's almost like, I have so much stuff to tell you. I'll wait for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I want to have that conversation on air. I realized too that we should be really looking at the camera lens instead of each other.
We're friends.
I've been doing this for 10 years, folks. I know how to make online video. What's going on with that rose over there?
Yeah, so we just did a photo shoot for our season.
It's a fake rose. He's not smelling anything.
I think one of the things that made the first thing of the podcast so successful was that idea of common life together, that we were doing stuff together as friends, rather than, because I feel like in a lot of discussions out there that are worldview or religion based, the labels are so easy to develop, rather than this sense of who's this person and we know these people. And I just guess common life is important. It's something that as a Christian I see a lot of Christians do. They just hang out with Christian friends and they just be part of the Christian culture, and that just silos people into
I think it's
boxes.
the opposite.
Do gays do that too?
Yes, yeah, exactly. We just like huddle at each other, pass around little rainbow stickers. We do fill out our agendas with each other. Still be gay on Thursday.
I got my agenda for today, the gay agenda.
Anyways, that's a video, I suppose. Thank you. Is this rose for me?
Why the rose?
Because it symbolizes love, and our whole entire season 2, is about relationships.
Yeah, love in our times.
Love in our times. So if you are interested in this type of podcast about different worldviews, where no one just sits down and yells at each other, but actually wants to listen to one another, it's called Assumptions. It's on literally every platform that you can go and find.
Thanks to Kyle. You put it on Spotify, you put it on...
That's right.
iHeartRadio.
It's on. We have like 3 listeners from the Czech Republic.
That's amazing.
According to Libsyn. I don't know if that's true or not. Daniel, next question. How does the internet work? That's all right. My name is Kyle, of course. Daniel, though, if people did want to follow you somehow on the internet, I don't know why, how can they do that on the internet?
Check out my website, danielmelvillejones.com. That's MELVILL.
I'll put like some words down here so people know how to spell that properly, and in the description below. I do upload videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'm going to continue to do that. If you like this video, tell somebody about it. And if you really want to help support me, there is my Patreon page for as little as $1 a month. You can help support me over 50
cents?
I actually don't know. That's actually a good question. Yeah. I guess probably you could.
Okay, cool.
As low as 50 cents, you can go and support me over there. And usually I have some funny, witty thing to say at the end, but I don't. So just make fun of Daniel some more on the internet.